You're listening to Kidscoast Radio. Here's your host, Jackie Daly.
Oh, hey everyone. Thanks for logging in. My name is Jackie and I'd like to officially welcome you to Kidscoast at Home. I'm so glad that we're here all together as we continue to trek through the Bible through God's big story. Now, I've got to say, I am super excited about this month because we're talking about how we can stand up and face our fears. And to do that, we just need some courage. Courage is being brave enough to do what you should do even when you're afraid. Now, raise your hand if you've ever needed some courage in your life. Okay, I am the first one to raise my hand because you can probably think of so many things that makes you feel afraid or worried. Maybe there's something that you know you should do and you just need to have the courage to do it. The great news is we don't have to be superheroes to stand up to the things that scare us. We don't just have to be courageous on our own. We can be courageous because we know that God is with us. Now, it's time to kick things off with a fun game with our friend Kaylee.
Hey everyone, it is time for our first game, and today we have Pastor Ryan joining us.
What's up, everybody?
Are you excited to be here?
I'm so excited.
We are so excited that you are here. We are starting out with Daylight Saving Time trivia because today we just got to turn our clocks 1 hour back. So for some of us that might have meant a little extra sleep. It's one of my favorites. I prefer that one than the spring forward.
For some of us with kids, not so much, but that's okay.
It's okay.
I'm not bitter.
It works, it works. So we're just gonna ask some questions. We're gonna see what we know about Daylight Saving Time. I don't think I know much.
Well, let's find out.
We're gonna find out.
Personally, I think I know it all.
Okay, perfect. Well, let's see. We're gonna test that. Let's see our first question. How many countries observe Daylight Saving Time? A, about 50, B, about 60, C, about 70, or D, about 80?
Well, of the 260 some countries around the globe, I'm just kidding. I really have no idea.
Okay, I was gonna say, you know more than I already. I don't know how many countries.
I'm gonna say C, about 70. What do you think?
I think I'm gonna go with B, about 60.
All right.
What about you guys? Good guesses. Let's find out.
Oh,
good job.
Come on.
All right, you do know, you know.
Score one.
Let's go to our next one. Who was the first American to advocate for Daylight Saving Time? A, Thomas Bell, B, Thomas Edison, C, Francis Scott Key, or D, Benjamin Franklin?
I think I remember this being D, Benjamin Franklin.
Do you?
From my history days.
Do not remember it all. I think I'm just gonna go with the Thomas Edison. I'm just gonna test it out. What do you guys think? All right, let's find out.
He's also a good inventor. Oh, 2 in a row, come on!
So you really, you studied?
Well, it's just back there like a steel trap, you know?
Perfect.
I just learn all this stuff and I keep it. I don't know.
Okay, I forgot all of it, so it's not going well for me. Let's find out our next question. What country first enacted Daylight Saving Time? Germany, Great Britain, United States, or China? I think I'm gonna guess Great Britain.
That's a good guess. I'm thinking most good things start with the United States, personally. I don't know.
Okay.
But, so let's go with C for me.
Okay, how about you guys? Good guesses. Let's find out who's right.
Whoa, we're both wrong.
Both wrong. Germans
Germans.
started it. Okay. Wow.
They're inventive.
We learned something. You learned something. I've learned a lot because I didn't know any of it. Let's find out our next question. What industry helped to move Daylight Saving Time ending from October to November? The motor industry, the candy industry, oil industry, or the clock industry?
All right, now listen, this has got to be the clock industry because they got so tired of having to switch the clocks. That's gotta be it, right?
I mean, it does make some sense, but if I'm looking at this, my favorite thing on this list is candy, and I just pick candy.
Well,
it's just by default.
I understand that.
It's candy. What do you guys think? All right, let's find out.
Oh, how in the world?
Candy industry.
Come on. Are we tied now?
Candy's best. No, I've gotten one.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, just
You're
one.
right.
That's it.
Don't feel bad.
Let's find out our next question. What is one documented benefit of Daylight Saving Time? Decreased heart attacks, decreased strokes, decreased influenza, or decreased crime? Well, that's interesting. don't even know if I can guess. Maybe decreased crime?
I'm gonna say decreased influenza because like when that wore off, that's when they came out with the flu vaccine. That's my theory. What do you guys think?
Okay. Guesses? Awesome, let's find out. Yes, okay, now we're tied.
Now we're tied.
Now we're tied.
I should have known.
All right, how'd you guys do? What's your score? Awesome, we've got a couple left. Let's see our next one. What does DST stand for? All right, daylight savings time, daylight saving time, daylight savings times, or daylight saving times?
I'm gonna say,
Wow.
I always hear people
That's a
say
lot.
daylight savings time, so it's gotta be
True.
A.
I agree. I'm gonna go opposite or a different one just to try to one up.
Well, of course you are.
I gotta try to get the advantage here.
Man.
Daylight saving times, I mean, there's 2 times a year. I'm gonna go with D.
All right,
Let's see.
good guess.
Oh,
we're
just
both
daylight
wrong.
saving time.
All right, good. I'm not behind.
Plurals. Okay, we're still tied.
still
Here's the last one. This is our tiebreaker. Let's see what it is.
It all comes down to this.
What time does daylight saving time start? Midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., or 3 a.m.? You guys have some guesses? What do you think? Okay,
I'm thinking
Yes.
3 a.m. because nobody's up at 3 a.m.
that's true. I'm going with 2 a.m.
All right.
Let's find out.
Oh, you win.
You got that one, but
win.
really, you got the really hard ones right, so I feel like that gives you some extra bonus.
Okay, that makes me feel good.
How'd you guys do? Awesome. All right, well, that's all for this game. We'll see you back in a little bit for another one, but first, check this out.
When I wake up, I know that you are with me every step of the way. You're strong enough to handle any fear that I face. Even things that scare me, 'cause they seem too big. Even all the hard things that make me wanna quit. You're bigger than it all, and you're in charge of it. And I don't feel so worried when I look to you, Jesus. Your love is unforgettable. Your strength is undeniable. With you, nothing is impossible. You are the reason, you are the reason I'm brave. You are the reason, you are the reason I'm brave. You are the reason, you are the reason I'm brave. When I look at how great you are, your kindness helps me believe that you are good, and with you I can do anything. Even things that scare me, 'cause they seem too big. Even all the hard things that make me wanna quit. You're bigger than it all, and you're in charge of it. And I don't feel so worried when I look to you, Jesus. Your love is unforgettable. Your strength is undeniable. With you, nothing is impossible. You are the reason, you are the reason I'm brave. You are the reason, you are the reason I'm brave.
Hey everyone, welcome to Kidscoast. We are so excited that you're here today. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Terry.
And if you're new, we should let you know that Kidscoast is the place where kids come to discover virtues. And that's what we call any characteristic of God that God can work out inside of you to change the world around you. Things like love, joy, and peace. This month's new virtue is a pretty big deal. Would you help reveal it, Terry?
Absolutely. Everyone, start a drum roll in your legs. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Courage is being brave enough to do what you should do, even when you're afraid.
Yeah, so it looks like over there, I see you've got a large bin of stuff. What are we gonna do with all that?
I'm glad you asked, and I thought we could play a game to see if maybe some of you have what it takes to face your fears. Today's challenge is a great one.
You know, I have always heard that in order to face your fears, it helps to name them. But there are so many things that people need help with courage.
That's right. So this is a game I like to call You're Scared of What? From the dark to creepy crawly bugs to things that go bump in the night, everyone has some sort of phobia and gets scared of something. Well, today I wanted to see how well some of you know your phobias.
Okay, so we're gonna take a look at some common or some not so common phobias.
Exactly. So here's how it works. On this table, we have a bunch of different objects that represent different fears or phobias that people have. So we'll look at the name of the phobia, I'll say it, I'll try to say it, and then we're gonna try to guess which one of these things it means. For example, the first word is hydrophobia. What do you think that means?
Well, hydro means water, so like a fear of water?
That's right. So if you have hydrophobia, you'd have a fear of water. So kids, do you wanna play along with us? Okay. All right, so our first word is equinophobia. So equinophobia.
Equinophobia.
Do any of you know what equinophobia might mean? So,
have no
all
idea.
right, let's look at these things. So let's break it down. So equine.
Oh, my friend is an equestrian rider. Is it a horse?
It is. It's the fear of horses. Do any of you have fear of horses? Okay. Well, our next word is amazophobia. Amazophobia.
Fear of amazing things.
You would think that,
Oh, okay.
or Amazon or something, but no, it's actually a fear of riding in cars.
Wow.
So, some people get car sick, but some people are actually afraid to actually ride in a car.
Oh, that would be really hard.
Okay,
Yeah.
so our next one is catatrophobia. I think I'm saying it. Catatrophobia. Catatrophobia.
Fear of cats.
That would make a lot of sense. But I think out of all the things on here that's not a cat, it's actually a fear of mirrors.
Really?
Yeah, so I don't know if it's actually like fear of seeing yourself in the mirror or if it's just fear of mirrors in general, but that's a fear that some people have.
Wow.
All right, so our next one, you ready? Okay, I'm gonna try to say this word. Chronomentrophobia. Chronomentrophobia. It's a long, long word. Chronomentrophobia. So chronomentrophobia. What do you guys think? Out of all the things that we have here on the table, we've got flowers and cars and cats and things.
Well, I know when something's in chronological order, it's like there's a time for everything. So could it be like a clock?
I think you're right. So it is the fear of clocks. Do you have a fear of clocks? Maybe a fear of being late, but a fear of clocks.
I'm
All
always
right.
late. Yeah.
Our next word is ornithophobia. Ornithophobia. That's a long word. It's got a lot of letters in there. Ornitho.
I'm looking on the table. Maybe a fear of orange?
That would make sense if it was orangeophobia, but it's ornithophobia. And so it's actually a fear of birds. Do you have a fear of birds?
Oh.
Maybe not a rubber chicken,
Just
but
birds that
just
sound like
birds
that.
in general. Yeah,
Yeah.
so fear of birds. We're gonna go on to the next one. This one's a really long word, lots of letters, lots of phrasing in here, so I'm gonna try it. It's pteromerhanophobia. Pteromerhanophobia. Whew.
Ooh, which one haven't we
Pteromerhanophobia.
done that? There's some numbers there. Could that be a fancy way to say afraid of numbers?
Well, you would think so, because it's a lot of words, but it's actually the fear of flying.
Oh.
That's a lot of, I would just say I'm just scared to fly. So there you go. So,
Wow.
all right, so next one is somnophobia. This one might be a little easier. Somnophobia. What do you think? Somnophobia.
Someone said sleeping? Mm-hmm. Wow,
That's
good
right.
job. They knew that.
Yeah, so fear of sleep. So get your little sleep mask out and be a fear of sleeping. All right, here's our next one. It's ailurophobia. Ailurophobia. I don't think I've ever heard this word before myself, but something on this table represents ailurophobia.
Okay, we've done that, we've done that, we've done that. How about Mr. Cat over there?
You would be correct.
Wow.
It's the fear of cats. Are you afraid of cats? Some people are.
Yeah.
Some people are allergic to cats. That's a whole different thing. All right, so our next word is arithmophobia. Arithmophobia. Now it sounds similar to probably another word that you've heard at school. Arithmophobia.
Yeah, arithmetic.
Yeah, that's right.
Is
So arithmophobia would be a fear of numbers. Now, maybe you just don't like doing math, that's a whole other thing, but fear of numbers. All right, let's go on to our next one. This one's called anthophobia. Anthophobia. Makes you think of ants.
Yeah, ants like flowers.
Do you think it's flowers? What do you think, boys and girls? That's right, it's the fear of flowers. Can you imagine being afraid of flowers? I guess there could be some that are scary, but a fear of flowers, that's right. All right, and then our last one is chromophobia. Chromophobia.
I don't know. Which one haven't we done? Oh, we haven't done the crayons.
That's right, so chromophobia is the fear of colors. So some people are afraid of colors.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Black and white's
that's a good
too.
game.
Yeah. Wow. There are some super interesting fears out there. Some I honestly didn't even know existed before today. Okay, so what do you do when you aren't afraid, but others are? We'll find out how two people handled that situation in our Bible story today. Watch this.
Welcome to Story Lab. This week we're talking about courage, while we take a look at the story of some spies who had a split decision on their mission report. Oh, and look out for this. Hey, I'm Amaya.
And I'm Zeke.
And we're talking about courage, which is being brave enough to do what you should, even when you're afraid.
So, let me get this straight. Fear is where courage starts?
Yep.
I could be a courage champion.
What are you afraid of?
Okay, super weird, but there's this bedpost in my aunt's guest room I'm kinda scared of walking past.
Okay, I mean, people are afraid of all kinds of things. I looked up some of the top fears.
Like what?
Number 5, fear of getting laughed at.
Ooh.
Number 4, fear of thunder and lightning. Number 3, fear of big dogs. Number 2, fear of heights. And number 1, fear of snakes and spiders.
Now my heart's pounding.
I know, right? When fear shows up, it can actually take over your body.
Fear really does go straight for the control system.
When you face a fear, your brain alerts your nervous system, which triggers the release of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. This causes your blood pressure, heart rate, and breathing to increase. More blood flows to your limbs so you can throw a punch or run for your life. And some parts of your brain are so busy amping up your body that the thinking part of your brain can shut down.
Wow. No wonder we make such terrible decisions when we're afraid.
Yep, but there are things that we can do to face our fear. Like we can breathe deeply and slowly. And we can also ask questions about our fears.
Like, what do I really think that bedpost is gonna do to me?
Exactly.
Oh, great job holding up the bed.
You can even plan baby steps to face your fear, a little bit at a time.
Hey, what are you afraid of?
Crickets.
What?
Yeah.
What's in the box?
A cricket?
Oh, this is great. You can face your fear right here.
Yeah.
Okay, just gonna lift the box up really slowly. And then I'm just gonna open it really slowly.
Maybe after the story.
Well, okay, it's time for...
The story before the story.
Today, we're in the fourth book of the Old Testament, Numbers.
God promised to bless the whole world through Abraham's family, the Israelites, and give them a home in the land of Canaan. God delivered them from slavery in Egypt, leading them through the Red Sea.
In the desert, God showed deep love by giving the Israelites food and water. God also gave them rules to show them how to love God and love others.
At last, God led the people to the very edge of Canaan, the Promised Land.
And that's where our story starts.
Let's go!
Hey everyone!
Hi, Brian!
Okay, so about 2 years after crossing the Red Sea, the Israelites had finally made it to the very edge of Canaan, the land that God promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. God told their leader Moses,
"Send some men to check out the land of Canaan. I am giving it to the Israelites. Send one leader from each of Israel's tribes."
So Moses called a leader from each of the 12 tribes.
Shammua, Shaphat, Caleb, Igal, Joshua, Palti, Gadiel, Gadi, Amiel, Sethur, Nabi, and Jewel.
So once the gang was all together, Moses laid out a super secret spy mission for these guys.
I want you to see what Canaan is like. Are there a lot of people or just a few? Are they strong or weak? Do their towns have high walls? Oh, and study the land. Is the soil rich or poor? Are there trees? Bring back some of the food that grows there if you can.
So just like that, these 12 men snuck into Canaan just as God had instructed. Now, for about 6 weeks, they traveled the length of the country and saw the places where Abraham and his family had lived hundreds of years before. On their return journey, the spies cut a bunch of grapes so ginormous, it had to be carried on a pole between 2 men. You can bet that when they showed up in the Israelite camp at the end of 40 days, it made a pretty big stir. At first, the spies gave a glowing report.
Canaan is super awesome!
The land is filled with so many good things. It's practically flowing with milk and honey.
Yeah, check out these grapes.
But we can never go there.
The people who live there are powerful.
Their cities have high walls.
The people are like giants.
Even though the spies had seen many good things, they were stuck on their fears. Only Joshua and Caleb were brave enough to speak up.
We should go up and take the land. We can certainly do it. No way. They're stronger than we are.
They're so ginormous that we look like crickets to them.
The Israelites chose to listen to fear. They went into complete panic mode, convinced they would be destroyed. They even begged to go back to Egypt. Joshua and Caleb tried to speak to them.
The land is very good. If the Lord is pleased with us, He'll lead us there. He will give it to us. But we've got to obey Him.
Yeah, don't be afraid of the people in the land. The Lord is with us.
Instead of listening to Joshua and Caleb, the Israelites talked about killing them. But in the midst of all this chaos, the glory of God appeared at the tent of meeting. God spoke to Moses.
How long will they refuse to believe in me?
Moses begged God to have mercy on the Israelites.
Lord, your love is great. Forgive the sin of these people, just as you've done so many times already. I have forgiven them, just as you asked. But not one of these people will see the land I promised to give them. But my servant Caleb has a different spirit. He follows me with his whole heart, so I will bring him into the land.
Joshua was also allowed to enter the land. God did forgive the Israelites for turning away again, but there were big consequences. Instead of forging ahead into Canaan, the Israelites ended up wandering and stuck in the wilderness for almost 40 years. Now, by that time, only Joshua and Caleb were still living to lead the new generation, their children, into Canaan. And fast forward, they did. At the end of 40 years, Joshua led the Israelites into the promised land. And right away, they came up to the walled city of Jericho. But with God's help, they faced their fears, and those impossibly strong walls came tumbling down. But that's another story for another day.
Wow. I mean, so the spies' fears were real. I mean, their enemies were really strong.
Yep, but Joshua and Caleb knew that God had already promised to help them.
Yeah, they had to make a choice to do the right thing, even when everyone else was giving into fear.
So, what's our part in the story?
Well, fear is totally normal, but God can still help you be brave and do the right thing.
Yeah, maybe you're in a group where a popular girl is saying mean things about another kid. Your friends might be afraid to speak up because they don't want to get laughed at, but you can be brave and you can speak up because that's not right.
Or maybe the fire alarm goes off and one of your friends is really panicked. That happened in my school.
Yeah, you can be the one to stop and help them calm down.
Right. You never have to face fear alone. When you believe in Jesus and follow him, God's Spirit lives in you and can give you the courage to do the right thing.
Even if you are afraid.
And that's something awesome to hold on to.
Oh, for sure. See you next time.
So here's the thing. You can do what you should even when others are afraid.
Wanna face that fear right now?
Sure. I mean, what's one giant evil cricket gonna do to me?
Baby steps.
Okay.
Just gonna pick it up real slowly.
Okay, remember your breathing.
Release the cricket. Thanks for joining us in the Story Lab. See you next time.
Welcome back. We've got another fun game, and this one is called Super Emojis.
Nice.
How do you feel about
awesome.
superheroes?
I mean, superheroes are the bomb. I've been following superheroes all my life.
Perfect. So you should know this one.
I should know a few things about super emojis.
I'm also a superhero fan. What about you guys? Yes. Awesome. So we're gonna see some emojis pop up on the screen. We just have to guess which superhero is it. All right, let's take a look at our first
Superman.
one.
Oh, sorry, we hadn't started, my bad.
It's okay, it's a good guess, good guess. Okay, got a guy with a hurt head.
Joker.
Some hands, Joker, and a clock. I don't know if I know this one.
I mean, the only thing that looks recognizable to me is the Joker, but that's not a superhero, that's a supervillain.
That's true.
Could it be a supervillain? Could that be an answer?
I don't know. I really don't know what this one might be. Who bumps their head?
On purpose? Okay, yeah. I don't know.
Okay, what do you guys think? Can you help us out? All right, those are some good guesses. Let's see if you are correct.
Dr. Strange, well, yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Now I get it.
Yep.
I get it now. Okay.
Okay.
So we're getting it. We just had to see it first to understand what
That's
we're
a
doing.
warm-up. That one doesn't count.
Perfect. Next one.
Ready.
Okay. We've got
a broken
some
heart
money, chains, a broken heart, a robot, and fixed heart. Oh, I think I know what this one is. Do you guys have some guesses? Good one, good one. All right, you have a guess?
What's that cyber guy? What's his name? Oh my gosh.
I am gonna guess Iron Man. Yeah. He's got all the money.
Okay,
the iron.
Yeah.
Broken heart, fixed.
You win.
Let's
it's
see.
Iron Man. Yeah.
Okay.
See, I should have gotten that. I think the problem is I know my heroes, but I don't know emojis.
Okay, well, fair.
We'll get better.
See if you can get the next one.
All right, come on. We got this.
Okay. It's a girl and a bee? Or...
B-girl?
B-girl?
Wasp girl? What's her name from the Marvel movies?
wasp?
Oh,
It's
just
wasp?
wasp?
Is it
Is that
wasp?
easy?
What do you guys think? All right, is it wasp? Let's see.
Ah!
Yes, yeah, with Ant-Man.
Yep.
They work together.
I didn't know you could have a superhero that didn't have like man or girl on the end of it.
There's a few.
That's
Just a few.
I got you.
All right, let's see our next one.
Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Easy. That one's so
If I can
easy.
get that one.
You guys got that one right? Let's double check, just to be sure. Spider-Man.
Nice.
Okay, there we go. We're getting better, we're getting better. Let's do the next one. Oh, this is like one of my favorite ones.
Yep, I got this one.
What's your guess?
You guys know?
Thor.
Thor.
Let's see.
God of Thunder.
Awesome, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. All right, we've got a fist, a knife, and an angry face.
Angry face.
I'm not sure if I know that one. Do you have any guesses? How about you guys? Do you have any guesses?
Slips my mind.
We need some help. Okay, I'm not sure. I don't have a guess for this one. You guys might be right. Let's find out.
Oh, of course.
Wolverine. Okay.
How could I miss that?
I was really stuck in more of the Marvel stuff, I guess.
See, if they had the knives coming out of his fist, then I would have gotten that.
True, true. That makes sense.
That'd be too easy.
Okay, we've got 2 left, so let's see our next one. Okay, I think I might know this one.
Yep.
We've got the bow and
Got it.
arrow, we've got
I
the
got this
bird,
one.
and the eye. So you guys have some guesses? Good, okay.
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye,
Hawkeye,
agreed.
come on.
Let's see. Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, let's see our very last one. All right, we've got a microscope, an angry guy, this symbol, and a green guy that looks sick, but I don't think that's what they're going for. I think
Green
they
is
just
a
needed
real
the
big
green.
hint. Yep.
The green helps a lot. What do you
Come
guys
on.
think?
You guys know.
Okay. Going
The Hulk.
Hulk.
Come on.
Let's see.
The Incredible Hulk.
Hulk.
Yeah, got it.
All right, that was so good. You guys did awesome.
Great job.
Thanks so much for playing with us. Now check this out.
Dear God, I don't really know what to write today. I'm tired. It was a great day, but... Remember last week when Will asked me to go with him to get his medicine? I think I didn't say anything at first because, I was scared. I didn't know if there's gonna be a lot of sick people. I didn't know if Will was gonna be okay, and I didn't know if I could catch something bad and then I'd be sick too. But Dad said that when Will asked, it was an honor. It was okay to be scared, but I had a job to do, and it was important. Turns out he was right. We got there and they put the chemo bag up for Will. He couldn't move around, but we played some games. We talked for a while. And then he got really sleepy. He looked cold, so I let him use my jacket. Waiting wasn't so bad. I met a nurse who told me that I was doing a good thing. And that everybody needed a friend. Will was good when it was over. Just tired. I'll write more tomorrow, God, but I think I would have been afraid to do this without you. I'm glad you were there, and I'm glad I could be there for my friend. Love, Trace.
Are you serious? I'll be right there.
And now, let's make sure we get some happy, content little mountains. That's the phone. Hello? Yes, I'll be there in a jiffy.
Pickles!
Oh. Greg Lowe. Yeah, I'll be right there.
Yeah. Oh. All right. I'll be there. Off I go. Hey. Hey. Do. All right, so what are we doing here? Gentlemen, thank you for attending this meeting of the John Vengers Initiative. We have something very important to discuss. Where are we going to go to lunch? Oh, that's not the foods? That's menus? Greg! Very important. I love salmonella. What do you want, Smiley?
Hello, everyone. I'm John. And I'm Steven. And
you're watching the show.
Bee! There's a bee. What?
What? Where?
There's a bee.
No. Where are you going? No, guys, get back here. Get back. No, everyone run. Steven, get back here. Okay. So, obviously we have a bee.
We gotta go
in the studio. Wait, will you just please calm down?
Yeah.
Calm down, Steven. Okay. Hey, everyone. Sorry about that. Oh. The whole crew just left, so we're alone, but we've got a show to do. So where were we?
Intros.
Okay, that's right. This is the So-and-So Show, and today, well, appropriately, we're talking about courage.
Wait! Do you hear that?
I don't hear anything.
It's buzzing. I'm sure it's just... Ah! Please don't sting me! I'm too fragile to deal with physical pain! I can't do it, John. I can't do the show, okay? We gotta go!
We have to keep going forward, Steven. Okay, listen, bees are a very important part of the ecosystem. There are a lot of bees out there, Steven, that won't sting you at all. I assure you, Steven, the bee is more afraid of you than you are of it.
What happened?
Oh no,
did it get you?
It was gonna, I got a face on it.
But did it?
No.
Okay. Why can't we just go home? This is ridiculous. There's an insect out there with a knife or a butt that's coming for us.
Okay, you know what? I get it. I'm freaked out too, all right? But there are people watching who want to learn about God and courage, and we have a responsibility to see this through. You know, we're like the postal service. Neither rain nor snow nor bees will keep us from delivering our jokes and japes.
Fine. Okay, I see that. Okay. It is important. I understand. Let's just get this over with so we can get out of here with our skin unpunctured.
All right. Oh, you know what? I think we should call in some backup.
Oh, what'd you have in mind?
It's Bible story time with Kellen.
Hey!
Hey, Kellen!
Quiet! It'll hear us.
Oh, right.
What's going on?
Hey, Kellen, there's a bee in the studio.
That's terrifying. But you know, bees are actually
an important part of our ecosystem. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, we know, but we still don't want to get stung.
Well, maybe I can take your mind off the tension with a story from the Bible.
That's what we were counting on.
Today's story is from the book of Numbers, and we'll be talking about a couple of guys named Joshua and Caleb.
Oh, Josh and Caleb? Wait, hold on.
What are you doing?
Well, I've been shooting a short film about Joshua and Caleb, and I just cut together a trailer. You guys want to see it?
When have I ever said no to you?
And would it even stop you?
Never and no. Okay, hey, let's go.
When you've been promised a land
I, Moses, have been told by the Lord to send one leader of each of Israel's tribes into the land of Canaan.
You have to keep your promises.
Gentlemen, we need a recon on the land the Lord has given us. What kind of land is it? What kind of people live there? Are they strong? Are they weak? What types of cities do they live in? You'll need to take 40 days to scout the land and then report back. Do you think you can handle it?
2 men knew they could handle it. Caleb and Joshua.
We can handle it.
Hold on. Just want to clarify some things.
What's wrong? I felt like I was pretty spot on so far.
Yeah, I liked it.
It's not bad, but Moses sent 12 men into Canaan to scout ahead. Where are all the other actors?
Oh, I shot this on a shoestring budget, Kellen. I did the thing I always do when I can't afford another actor.
Put the same actor
in a bad wig. Put the same actor in a bad wig. Yeah, exactly.
Even when things look too good to be believed.
Look at the size of those grapes. It'll take both of us to lift one bunch.
A little fear can still turn things wrong.
The 40 days is up, and I'm so glad that everyone has returned. From everything I've heard, it sure sounds like Canaan is a truly glorious place for us to settle. I am thankful that God has promised it to us.
No, we can't go back there. We saw huge cities with giant walls. Everyone that lives there is too powerful for us.
The Lord is just sending us into this land to be killed? Oh, we should have just died in Egypt.
How am I doing so far, Kellen?
Pretty good. Even though the scouting party saw all the good things that Canaan could provide for them, and even though God had promised to give it to them, they were too scared to really go for it.
Most of them were too scared.
But when things are darkest, you have to stand up for what you believe in.
We should go up and take the land. If the Lord is pleased with us, he'll lead us there. But we've got to obey him. Don't be afraid of the people in the land. The Lord is with us. Yes.
Their countrymen's fear, though, was too strong.
Get him! Yeah! Throw rocks at him!
Things were turning bad, and then God showed up.
It's true. God was furious at the Israelites. They weren't trusting God's plan. So Moses had to beg the Lord to forgive them. God did forgive, but there were still consequences. The people would have to wander in the desert for 40 years. And the only people who went on the scouting mission who would get to enter the land were Caleb and Joshua. They trusted the Lord, and they had the courage to do what was right.
Caleb, Joshua, in 40 days. Already showing in a Bible near you.
That's it. Not bad, right?
I don't know. I don't really care for trailers that feel like they show the entire movie.
Caleb and Joshua saw the same thing all the other people on the scouting trip saw. So why did they want to go into Canaan while the others were afraid? Simple. They trusted God. Caleb and Joshua might have been afraid too, but they knew God was with them. When you're faced with a problem you're afraid of, you can trust that God is with you too. I'll see you guys next time.
Oh, hey, thanks, Kellen. Do you think we're safe?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think so. I feel pretty sure we're clear of Okay, Stephen.
What?
Don't freak out.
The bee is on me.
Don't freak out.
I'm gonna freak out.
But if you do, the bee's gonna... Okay, wait, hold on. I got an idea. Try to distract it.
I am.
Okay, guess what? That's perfect. Keep screaming and running around. Whoa. Buzz. Oh, Buzz. Come here.
What happened?
No. Look.
Am I dead?
No.
Okay.
Come here. No, it's okay. Some bees like a little white sugar dissolved in water. Our little pal here, he was just hungry. See? He's just having a little sip.
Wow, look at that. You're a regular Dr. Doolittle.
Well, I can't talk to the animals, but you know what I can do?
What?
Reveal the question! Today's question of the day is, what are people afraid of?
Bees. Mm-hmm. Even though they're a very important part of the ecosystem.
Very good. You know what I'm afraid of? People driving too fast.
Whew. It could be something really serious, like someone you love getting sick, or it could be something that even you know is a little bit silly, like imagining an alligator lives under your bed.
Oh, great. I wasn't afraid of that until now.
Well, whatever it is, God will always be with you, so you can do what you should even when the people around you are afraid.
Yeah, and as it turns out though, sometimes the things you're afraid of end up not being that scary at all.
Yeah, you're right, like this bee.
That's right.
Until next time, I'm Steven.
And I'm John.
And this was the So-and-so Show.
And that's our little bee friend.
I'm surprised we aren't scaring him with our loud voices.
I know he's probably used to people. You know how I had a squirrel eat out of my hand once.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
What was he eating?
Oh, my hand.
Oh.
Marco. Marco. Marco? Marco. Marco. You're close, Marco. 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 You're good, B. You're good. Marco. 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 Oh, I got him! Ow! Ow!
Oh, man.
I wanna be strong and brave. I don't wanna be afraid. So I will not give up hope now. I'm not alone. I know. Let go of all my doubts. I'm not gonna turn around. 'Cause now my eyes are seeing now a clearer view. If I stand with you and you stand with me, we could be brave. If I stand with you and you stand with me, we could be brave. I can push the fear aside. I wanna do what's right. I'm not giving up, giving up. I can push the fear aside. I wanna do what's right. I'm not giving up, giving up. No. I wanna be strong and brave. I don't wanna be afraid. So I will not give up hope now. I'm not alone. I know. Let go of all my doubts. I'm not gonna turn around. 'Cause now my eyes are seeing now a clearer view. If I stand with you and you stand with me, we could be brave. If I stand with you and you stand
When the time came for the Israelites to enter the land, Joshua and Caleb remembered something important. They remembered that God had already promised to help them. That's why they were so courageous, even when the other men weren't. That's why they tried to rally the people to enter the land. Now, of course, the other Israelites couldn't face their fears. They kept focusing on how powerful the people in the land seemed to be instead of trusting in God. As a result, the Israelites didn't get to enter the land until much later. Here's what we need to remember. You can do what you should even when others are afraid. Sometimes we know that what the right thing is, but we're too scared to do it. We forget that God is with us. We start to listen to other people and we think about why they're afraid. That can make us feel afraid too. But don't forget that God is always there to help us. We can trust God no matter what. God can give us courage so we can stand up and be brave enough to do what we should do. When you believe in Jesus and put your faith in Him, you have God's Holy Spirit living inside of you. The Spirit can give you the courage you need to do hard things and face your fears. Now that's all I have for today, but be sure to join us next week as we continue through the Old Testament and learn more about a boy named David. For more resources at home, go to seacoast.org/kidscoastathome and stick around for some discussion questions about today's episode. I'll see you next week. Bye.
To find ways to get involved at Seacoast Church, text SERVE to 320-320. There are many opportunities for families to find ways to make a difference.